I am so pleased to share this piece of information that we have been conducting the Formula 44 exercises and learning for the past 2 months or so. We started it, you know, in about the third week of March. So now it's May end. So almost 2 months we have continuously carried out these exercises and breathing techniques and engaged in learning from the Formula 44. And I am really, really so thankful and grateful to all those who were so regular, and there were always a set of people who were present enthusiastically every evening at 7 p.m., around 7 p.m. And then we conducted our 1 hour regimen, 1 hour set of exercises and learning continuously without a break. So this is great news. It's a great news for myself because, you know, I realize that when I have a set of people along with I'm working, then I also am able to get rid of my laziness and sloth, and I can do so much better. So, just to recall these beautiful 2 months which we had during this COVID lockdown, and we decided instead of sulking and instead of, you know, going by the prevalent mood and the fear, etc., let us do something which is in our hands, and that was to study the Bhagavad Gita text, which we have been doing anyway every day for the last 5 years. So 1 hour of Bhagavad Gita reading, and then we started reading some other beautiful texts like Ramayana and Bhagavatam in the evening at 9 p.m. every night for 1 hour. And we added this 1 hour exercises every evening at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. online using the Zoom meeting software tool. So let us do a refresher. What is this Formula 44 regimen? I came out with this idea of Formula 44 regimen predominantly for myself because how to discipline myself. The age has caught up and still there is so much to learn. So I said, what is it that a person of my routine who is still working in the corporate world, attending his corporate world duties, what he should do to maintain an optimum work-life balance. And I saw around me so many people who are in the same boat. So I said, let us cultivate this discipline that we do 4 plus 4, formula every day. We concentrate, we are cautious about the 4 elements of food habits, and we concentrate about the 4 elements of the exercises. And this idea, when it had come to me, it so happened that I had happened to meet Swami Mukundanand ji, and then I had floated this idea to him. In Dwarka, I remember I was attending a retreat in Dwarka, India. Swami Mukundanand, he preaches in US for about 7-8 months, then he comes to India in the winter, and then he holds retreats in India, about 5-6 retreats. So one such retreat was going on in Dwarka, and I happened to attend that, and I had got a great opportunity to interact with Swamiji on one-to-one, and I had asked him about the efficacy of this Formula 44, and he had told me, this is quite impressive, please continue. So what is Formula 44? So 4 elements of food habits. These are the minimum we try to do every day. So the 4 habits of food habits are, eat a handful of nuts every day. एक मुट्ठी भर nuts. So almonds, walnuts, pistachio, we know what are the good nuts. During the day, consume one fistful of nuts. It will give us the micronutrients which we need. And there are some rules. Don't mix them. Suppose you had almonds in the morning, eat walnut in the afternoon, late afternoon, so avoid mixing them. Plus, if you are eating almonds, soak them in the night, remove the peel next morning, and then chew it very finely. So learn about the rules of nuts. I share those rules from time to time in our 1 hour yoga session every day. We'll continue to learn so that it becomes completely absorbed in our knowledge. So one fistful of nuts and then 2 helpings of fruits. Most of us know the importance of fruits. So the rule is eat 1 helping in the morning, eat 1 helping in the late afternoon. Don't eat fruits after meal and avoid fruits in the night. So suppose you ate 1 banana in the morning before your breakfast, then eat, let's say, a guava in the late afternoon, 1-2 hours after the lunch. That would be an ideal way to eat fruits. And the fruits obviously should be fresh, should be not frozen and cut, for a long time. Again, there are rules to consume fruits. So that is the second part of the food elements of Formula 44. The third part is that when we get up in the morning, we insist that we all drink 2-3 glasses of water. Now, depending on our capacity, somebody may say, I'm too full with 2 glasses, so don't go for the 3rd glass. But those of us, we can do the 3rd glass. So drink 3 glasses of lukewarm water, but slowly. Means take about 45 minutes, 1 hour, or at least half an hour to sip the water, slowly, and then let the water, mix in the mouth, let it go slowly in the alimentary canal, in the stomach, in the intestines. This is called the water therapy. So 2-3 glasses of water, lukewarm water in the morning, without anything being there in your stomach. And after consuming the water, give some rest, and then only you have your breakfast. So this is the water therapy in the morning. And the 4th element of the food habits is, please eat the fresh vegetables, the fresh leaves, the nuts, the beans, the pulses, and the grains. No need to eat the same grain every day. You can change, so your lunch and dinner should have the right quantity of grains and nuts and beans and pulses and vegetables in the form of salads or cooked vegetables. You decide the mix of your meal, but these elements should be there in your meal, both in your lunch and in your dinner. Have early dinner is another formula. Chew the food very, very fine, because the process of digestion starts in the mouth. The saliva digests the food, and then the food goes into the stomach where the pepsin comes into the play. Then it goes into the small intestine where the gallbladder and the pancreas release the enzymes. So for the food to get assimilated very well, you must chew it very well in your mouth. So these are the 4 elements of food. And the 4 elements of exercise is 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds of walk. You should walk about 5-10 kilometers every day. That's the ideal, but at least, some walk should be there every day. So 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds of walk, 3 at least types of breathing techniques, which is called pranayam, expanding the life air, the chi, the life energy, which is called the prana. So when we do the pranayam exercises, for example, Bastrika pranayam, or Anulom Vilom. Bhastrika is bellows, where you are doing the full expansion of the breathing process. And then Anulom Vilom, alternative nostril, breathe in from the left nostril, breathe out from the right, and vice versa. This is alternate nostril breathing, which cleanses, which rejuvenates the 720 million nerves in the body. And then Kapalbhati, we put our fist at the navel and then blow the imaginary candle with your nose. This is Kapalbhati. Then we do Brahmari, put your index finger in the ears and make the humming sound like the bumblebee does for 30 seconds at least. So, these are the breathing techniques, which is so amazing. This is what we focus in our 1 hour regimen every evening at 7 p.m. Our company colleagues join, and sometimes some of my friends from other groups also join. So this is 1 hour of, and exercises and breathing techniques. And we do quite a few exercises also, because we are doing this from home, so we don't do very difficult, complex exercises, but we do, the neck rotation, the shoulder rotation, the neck rotation, we do Tadasana, the palm tree pose, we do tree pose, Vrikshasana, we do, the spinal twist, and we do the backward bend and up and forward bend. We do quite a few exercises, the frog pose, Mandukasana, we do Supt Vajrasana. So we do a mix of yogasanas and we do some breathing techniques, and we talk about nutrition, we talk about meditation. Now meditation we consider to be the most important, because meditation is about mind management. What are you predominantly thinking? What is your focus? What is your concentration? So if your focus is divine, spiritual, positive, helping, compassionate, charitable, all those qualities will build our body. Because the mind, if it is agitated, then the prana, the life air, gets agitated. And when the prana, the life air, gets agitated, the body, which is made up of the millions of cells, get agitated. So that is the importance of mind. So we learn about the mind management. Then we learn about the 3 rounds of breathing techniques, and walking is so beneficial, we talked about, and some yogasanas. So we say 4 rounds of Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation. So there are 12 poses in the sun salutations, which we know, the downward dog pose and the mountain pose and the forward bend and the backward bend. So just to conclude, finally, that formula 44 is about 1 hour of exercise every day, which is consisting of the yogasanas, the breathing techniques, and 2 rounds of walk and 1 hour of meditation. And in the yogasanas you add 4 rounds of sun salutation. And in the food section, 1 fistful of nuts, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of lukewarm water, and 4 helpings of cereals, grains, pulses, beans, vegetables, etc. All those organic, natural food, fresh food. This is formula 44 for the ultimate peace and bliss for people like us who are very much hard pressed for time. I hope every time we refresh the knowledge, it gets strengthened, and I hope we are all benefiting and enjoying, the time that we have even during this lockdown where we are confined to homes. Thank you so much. Take care and stay fit.